A lot of the time we have bad habits because we're running from something, from a past mental state or current issues and stress and all that sort of stuff. We turn to our habits, our negative habits, because they make us at least temporarily feel good. So one of the things that you can do and what you might need to do is to turn and look at what's going on. Why are you going to drink right now? What's causing that? Can you sit with it for a little bit? Can you look at that and go, oh my God, I had a stressful day at work. My manager said this. You had to look at the stress, right? Just take a look. Oh, this thing happened in my part. Look at it a little bit, right? Because if you keep running from it, it's just going to stay there. And the more that you put these negative coping strategies on, the more it's a perpetuating cycle. The only way to break this is to actually face that and deal with whatever's going on here, because it's like an analogy is like a sickness that needs treatment. If you've got a wound that need ointment or whatever, until you recognize what that is and find the right medicine for it and apply it and do the therapy, that wound's just going to keep causing you trouble. You might take the painkillers to get through the pain, but eventually it's going to catch up with you, right? The only way to address these things is to turn and face it and look at it. Now, like I said in the previous one, meditation is a very good tool to give you the sort of fortitude to be able to do that. But also, another way to do that is through therapy, i.e. getting a trained professional therapist to help guide you through the process. So like I said, turning and facing is vital, because if you can turn and face, you might be able to address it. But unfortunately, a lot of the time, there's real deep levels of stuff causing us to do certain behaviors, right? And we might need some backup. We might need some help. One of the forms of backup and help we can get is a professional therapist. You can get therapists that can help you with habit change specifically, but you can also get therapists in general. I encourage people to get a general therapist because, no matter what you're going through, habit or no habit, life can very suddenly make a turn for the worst. And it would be ideal to have someone in our lives that is detached, is separated, but knows us. That's a therapist, and they can help you through your own specific issues. I speak to my therapist at least once per month, sometimes more depending on what's going on in my life. And the help that she's been for me has been exponential, because it's helped me to turn and face and look at the reasons why I might turn to substances, why I might binge eat. There's a reason behind that. And I can meditate and introspect, and that's given me a lot of answers. But I can also get the help of a trained professional therapist to help guide me through that process. And, working with myself, working with a therapist together, we're able to identify the problems and start taking actions and steps to address that. So I strongly encourage you, seek out a therapist. And if you find one and you don't click with them, it's like a teacher. Remember your teachers from high school or primary school. You might have had a favorite teacher that one of your friends despised, and vice versa. They're just people. So realize that they're people with personalities and abilities and desires and all of those sort of things, right? Find one that suits you and be willing to go through a few until you find that ideal one. And the way you know that they're good will be that they are working, i.e. in this case, your habits, changing habits, or you're addressing the past issues, and that you connect with them. Okay, you need to be able to have a relationship, to be able to talk back and forth and all of that sort of stuff. So get yourself a therapist, yeah? And if you struggle with seeing someone in person, there are online options, there's voice call options, there's anonymous text-based options. Just do a simple Google search.